comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money.
It pays to be champ, baby. This is the Appalachian Avengers YouTube channel, and today we are predicting the AEW All Out Predictions video. Let me introduce myself. I am your reigning and still defending Appalachian Avengers Predictions champion. Gosh, I just love saying that. If you wanted to know where I got that money, that's my meet and greet money. That's all of you fans that pay to see me because I'm the champ. Now, some may say it's disrespectful, but I say I'm giving back to all my fans by letting them know that their money is going to good use. This predictions video will be for the Predictions Championship. That's all I have to say. Let's get into the predictions. On to the first match. We have Britt Baker versus Big Swole. I got Britt winning here. It's sort of like her stipulation, sort of. It's like a stipulation match, but it's like meant for her. So I don't understand how she wouldn't win that. So I've got Britt winning. I think that's fairly plain and simple. We've got the second match. We got the Young Bucks versus the Jurassic Express. I think this one's like one of the more toss-up ones for me because of a prediction later. For if I get it right, I think the Bucks are going to win. Although I think even if I do get that later prediction right, I think Jurassic Express could win to sort of not derail the Young Bucks' momentum, but make the story last till Double or Nothing again. Which I think, if they're going to have, like, be their Mania, I think that rivalry should be on that show. But I got the Bucks winning here. I don't know. I think they're probably jumping the gun a little bit on it, at least for me. But I think they're going to jump the gun on that feud now. So, yeah. Next match. We have Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara. If Matt loses, he is leaving AEW. I think there's a chance that Matt comes back with like a different persona if he loses. But I think no one's really in love with Sammy Guevara right now. So I got Matt winning. Plus Sammy sells a freaking Twist of 8 brilliantly. I've got Matt winning. Alright, next up we have the tag match between the Dark Order and Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, and the Natural Nightmares. I have the Dark Order winning this one. They're on a hot streak. Brody Lee's somewhere with the TNT title after decimating Cody. And I think they're going to continue this hot streak, so I have the Dark Order winning this one. They're finally becoming a formidable tag team force, so I think having them lose here would really derail their momentum. Next up, we have the Casino Battle Royale. The winner gets a shot at the AEW World Championship. I have Pentagon Jr. winning this. I know he's in some like feud with Eddie Kingston, and Eddie could win this himself, but I don't think it's his time yet. I think Pentagon is going to be the one that wins here. I think he's definitely going to lose his title match, but I think it'll be a good match with whoever wins the main event. So I got Pentagon winning this. Sort of like a dark horse pick, but that's who I got. Alright, next up we have the Mimosa match between Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy. This is really setting up for Orange Cassidy to win here, but I have Jericho winning this. The fact that there's a pinfall or submission option on like who wins, I think Jericho will win by pinfall or submission. Not saying that he won't get thrown in the Mimosa or Orange Cassidy won't get thrown in the Mimosa, but I think it's going to end in a pinfall or submission with Jericho on top. All right, next up we have the women's title match between Shida and Thunder Rosa. I think Shida's going to win here. Thunder Rosa will probably be champion in the future, but I don't think it's her time yet. So I'm going with Shida to win this one. and possibly lose the title to Britt Baker. Possibly. That's what I want to happen. Not saying it's going to. Next up, we have the tag match for the tag team titles between Omega and Adam Page versus FTR. Versus FTR. I've got FTR winning this. Obviously, there's been a lot of cracks between Omega and Page, and just Page and all of the Elite, as Page got kicked out of being the Elite. He was kicked out of the Elite. I think they'll go ahead and pull the trigger on FTR here. And I think FTR are going to win the tag titles and set up for a feud with the Young Bucks that everyone's been waiting for, although I don't think the match is going to live up nearly to the expectation of what everyone thinks it's going to. Yeah. All right. And finally, in our main event of the evening, we have the AEW World Heavyweight Championship match between Jon Moxley and MJF. If they make MJF champion, I won't be mad, because it'll sort of be them it'll be them having their first homegrown talent. Obviously, he's not homegrown, but he's made his name so much bigger than what it was on the independent. So I think you can really count him as their first homegrown champion if he does win. But I think that'll probably be Adam Page. Maybe MJF will pull off a win here, but I think it'll be Hangman. So I got Moxley winning this one. I don't know how he's going to win it. I don't think you can stand tall on the go-home show and then win at the pay-per-view. I get this is AEW and maybe different, but I don't think it will be. I have Moxley winning this one. That's all of my predictions. Yeah, that's been me. See y'all next time when I'm still your predictions champion.
Hey guys, Goten here with my part of the All Out Predictions. Real quick before we get into the actual predictions. SummerSlam, it was a 3-way tie, so therefore Justin retained. However, at All Out, I'm going to take back the Predictions Championship for the people of the AA channel, for the subscribers. I'm taking back the title, don't you worry about it. But getting into the predictions with the matches, starting from... we're going to go from bottom to top of the list. We got this from CBS Sports, so if it's in the wrong order, whatever. Britt Baker versus Big Swole in a tooth and nail match. Now, some context, none of us really keep up with AEW on a weekly basis, so that. But for this, I'm going to go with Britt Baker. I think they're going to build Britt back up to be a potential next challenger for the women's world title. Which kind of, I guess, can spoil my potential prediction for that match later. But I'm going to go with Britt Baker here. She's been pretty good. It's a tooth and nail match. Kind of fits her a little bit. She's a dentist. So I think they give it to Britt. And moving on, Young Bucks are taking on Jurassic Express, apparently. Once again, got this from CBS Sports, so if it's wrong, blame them. I'm going to go with the Bucks. I think they need to win more, and Jurassic Express is kind of just doing it. It's just kind of floating around in the tag division right now. Bucks need it more for the storyline going forward, unless Hangman gets involved before his title defense later. But I think Bucks win here. Next, Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in a Broken Rules match. I'm gonna go with Matt Hardy to win this. It just makes more sense to me. Broken Rules. I think Sammy doesn't really need the win right now, so give it to Matt. Could move on to something even better. Next up, Dark Order versus Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, and the Natural Nightmares. I think Dark Order needs it more right now. They're building up Dark Order, so if they get the win here, that makes sense. But I could also see him giving it to Cardona and friends, because Cardona's first match, I believe, usually people win their first match. Usually is the key word there. But I think I'm going to stick with Dark Order. Now, the 21-man Casino Battle Royal for the AEW Championship opportunity. I don't know the whole list of people in this, but I know the person I'm going for is going to be Darby Allin. I think he gets the win here, has a rematch of Moxley, or maybe a match with MJF. Just to not spoil my prediction just yet for that match. I think Darby wins it here. I was going to originally go with Cage, but that wouldn't make much sense. MJF won hypothetically, and we've also seen Mox versus Cage, which We've also seen Darby versus Moxley, but there's a bit more story there. In my mind, if they had a rematch, and if he fought MJF, that'd be a good match too. So I'm going to go with Darby. Next up, Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy in the Mimosa Mayhem match. I think I said that right. I'm going to go with Chris Jericho to win, but still end up, in the Mimosa. Because I think you can win by throwing your opponent in Mimosa or pinfall submission, I think is how they described it. I might be wrong on that. But I'm going to go with Jericho, but he'll also end up in the Mimosa, like pool or whatever at the end. AEW Women's World Championship match, Karu Shida versus Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa is the NWA Women's Champion. I don't think she's going to win this title as well. Could be like, historic thing. But AEW needs a women's champion to actually defend on pay-per-view and have a decent reign. So I think Karu Shida will be that woman if they actually want to, start making their women's division mean something. So I'm going to go with Shida to win. Maybe get attacked by Britt Baker after the fact to set up the next title feud. AEW World Tag Titles up for grabs. Omega and Page defending against FTR. I think FTR are going to win. I do. I truly believe they're going to win. To set up, to make Hangman more conflicted, because he helped them win the number one contenders match, and now they've won the tag titles. And they could have possibly retained against the Bucks. He's been kicked out of the Elite now. There's a lot of story that could go through this, and I think FTR win by pinning Page. AEW World Championship match, main event of the evening, probably. Jon Moxley versus MJF. I'm going to go... I just don't see MJF beating Moxley. I'm going to be real. Moxley's been at the top of the world right now, and I don't think MJF... He's been built up great, but I just don't think he's going to win. He could, but I think Moxley wins here. Yeah, Moxley wins. So that's my predictions. We're going to pass it on to the next boy in our predictions, whoever that may be, because Harpo said he did this, so I don't know. Or maybe I'm last, and he can make a funny joke. I don't know. So, be sure to like and subscribe in case they don't say it, and hopefully I win back my title.